Hi, good morning. How are you today? Today, I would love to speak to you about fear. Yes, I know I speak about fear quite a lot. So, I had this contemplation about AI. So, who here loves AI, implements AI, and who here is still scared of AI a little bit? If you were honest with yourself, you would be like, ugh, like it's overwhelming. There is so much of it. Like, I don't know, I'm behind how to use it. What are all the tools? Like, it's just like a madness, right? I still remember when I was working in corporate environment and in technology, and we had this image of a CEO or a CTO thinking of all the platforms and all the tools, and it's like a headache, right? Like what to choose, what to go for, how to strategize on that, right? Like when you have a company that you need to make those decisions. I mean, it can be a nightmare, but it doesn't have to be only when you're a big CEO. Like every one of us, whether we have smaller businesses or maybe work for a company, we think, oh my God, I'm gonna be behind if I don't jump on this AI train. And guess what? It takes a lot of time, right? Like who will teach me how to do it, right? All of it. So why I'm talking about AI is not because I'm, offering you AI course or anything like that, but I did feel that it's very similar to personal growth. So you may be thinking that I would like to change something in my life. I would like to change something. I see these people, like maybe you see me, maybe you know me for a long time and you observe how I'm progressing with my life and you go like, oh my God, how is she doing it, right? Like, how are you doing it? Like you're looking at people who maybe make quantum leaps, they start making bigger money or fall in love, have happy like presence all the time and smile so much more. And you remember them being grumpy and you go like, how is it possible? And a part of you thinks like, oh my God, this is this whole personal growth movement, right? Like people are learning and growing and doing things, and you may think the same thoughts about that we think about AI, or the same feeling. How am I going to do it? It takes so much time. It takes money. Who do I hire? Who do I work with? What do I start with even? What do I implement? And you may be like, oh my God, it's like, and you don't do anything, right? And you kind of pull back because that's how the sabotage works. It's going like, it's expanding it. It makes it dramatized, and then you go back because you go like, I don't know where to start. It's too big. It's like this, proverbial elephant like in front of me, and I'm like, it's too much. So what I want to talk to you about, and really hear me out, you have your whole life to grow yourself, to grow you. It will never end until you die. Like my mom always was saying, people learn all their life and die stupid, right? Like, and maybe not stupid, but like we cannot possibly learn everything. There is no way, there are already so many books you could never read. There are so many courses. There are so many things that, yes, I'm now attending Tony Robbins' event, Business Master 2. It's another deeper version of Business Mastery. There are out of, platinum partners and just so many people joining from around the world. I think there are 40 something countries. And there are speakers such as, Jay Abraham or Werner Harnisch or amazing Keith Cunningham. And we go like, I take all the notes. And even though it's my 21st event and I've been to already 3 other Business Master events, I'm like, my mind explodes and I get like this feeling of, oh my God, how will I ever be able to master this, right? There's so much. Everyone's telling you all these like nuggets, and behind that nugget there is like depth of work, of strategies, of making it happen. So this feels overwhelming, right? It can be like, who here feels like it can be very overwhelming? And it's sabotage, because guess what? This is the abundance of knowledge, of information, of learning that you can get. And it's up to you what to take from it. And part of your mindset shift could be, everything is available for me and I only take what I need when I need it. So you don't feel like, oh my God, I have to take all of it. that's also sabotage, right? So to change, it's a mindset shift. It's a personal growth within you to change that mindset, to be okay with it. So that's what I'm doing with me, right? I'm like, okay, that's perfect. And what do I need right now? What do I want to focus on right now? What is my goal? What is my dream? What do I want to accomplish? How do I want to impact the world, right? Like, this is where I get to center myself again and choose what serves me. But it's very overwhelming, right, when it comes at you like that. So again, I'm not selling AI. I'm not, selling business courses in terms of like strategies, because strategies in a way are only 20%. So it's very, very important, of course. However, what I invite you to do, and maybe you want to do it with me, is to go deeper into your psychology, because that's 80% of your success in the world and your happiness. But what I teach my clients is, how do you appreciate yourself every day? How do you celebrate yourself every day? How do you feel that you're making progress? Because you will be making progress, and you will be seeing how your life is changing all day, every day, all the time. And you can choose to be happy with it or to see the gap. So actually, speaking of the gap, I would love to invite you to a masterclass that I'm running, Close the Gap. And even though I run the masterclass, Close the Gap, we will talk about how to close that gap. And we will also talk about how to not get into the mindset, I'm not there yet. Because you can always be in that mindset forever. And that means you never feel fulfilled. And that means you never feel actually happy with yourself. Because if you're always here and something you want is always there, guess what? There's always a gap, and you never feel like you're quite there. So this is also mindset, and I really feel it's very important to talk about closing the gap, because you don't want to constantly close the gap, and then you want to appreciate all the gaps you were closing, right? So we want to make these gaps shorter. We want to chop them down. We want to make them like consumable, right? We want to feel like we are progressing. So please join our new masterclass, Close the Gap. I would love for you to join. If you notice that it's paid, it's 33 euro paid, because I care that you commit and you actually do it. 33 euro is nothing. It's like two cappuccinos nowadays, or maybe a too nice glass of wine. So I really invite you to join. Don't think about, the money. The money is only there so that you actually do the work. And when you have it, you actually sign up or you watch the recording. And you will notice that when you check out, you will be invited to buy the whole bundle, because there is a series of 3 masterclasses that I did recently. I did a dream map workshop, which was like, it was amazing. I was showing how I made my dream map and how it happened and how it keeps happening for me. So it's super powerful. We enter the magic realm, and I really invite you to enter that. The second masterclass was about the saboteurs, because guess what? The moment you say, I want that, the saboteurs will come up like clockwise. They will just come up, and they will do everything to pull you back from it, right? So you need to be aware of it. If you're not aware of it, there's nothing you'll be able to do to achieve your dreams, right? Because even if the dream hits you in the face, your saboteur will say, this is too good to be true, and you're gonna just run away, right? So that's the saboteurs. And the third one is this one, Close the Gap. It's about how do you actually then really implement it in your life? How do you actually close that gap? And I talk about all the other concepts that will come to me from, from the universe, because I prepare for these master classes, but then I flow with it, and it's always amazing. And I always also surprised what I actually say. So please, please, please join. Do me a favor, join and get a bundle if you can. And it's really very, very low cost because you deserve to have it, at your fingertips. So I really, really recommend you join us. I would love to see you there live, or, if you watch the recording, please let us know what you think about it. And don't be hard on yourself, but do the work. But do the work, because if you are just being hard on yourself and then you avoid doing the work, then guess what? You sort of propel that, right? The feeling of inadequacy, and victimize yourself. And it is the mindset. It is the mind. It's not you. It is the pattern that, you know, maybe you get triggered when people say about growth, but you go like, no, that's not for me. Or maybe you want to grow and you take all the actions, but you're completely restless and you do all the different things and you never accomplish anything really. And then you step back and say, this doesn't work. So do yourself a favor, do the work, start small, close the gap is a perfect start. If you want to go deeper right away, please join Growth Academy. It's amazing. And soon I will be launching our Fem Power program for women only. That's another angle that I will be offering in my work. So there's always something you can do. There's always something you can start with, and it doesn't have to be big. And you can appreciate yourself for that effort. So thank you so much, and let me know what you think. Take care. Bye.